Honorable members, under proviso to Rule 23 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of States, I have permitted the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2023 listed in today's revised list of business at serial number 7D after mediation bill 2021 to be taken up first for consideration and passing. Statutory resolution, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary to move the resolution, following resolution.
मैं अपने वरिष्ठ सहयोगी श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण की ओर से मैं लिखित संकल्प प्रस्तुत करता हूँ। सीमा शुल्क टैरिफ अधिनियम 1975 की धारा 8 का 1 के अनुसरण गणरीय सभा अतिथ्यवारा अधिसूचना संख्या 40/2023 सीमा शुल्क दिनांक 30 जून 2023 469 आ दिनांक 30 जून 2023 और अधिसूचना संख्या 43/2023 सीमा शुल्क दिनांक 1 जुलाई 2023 की 473 आ दिनांक 1 जुलाई 2023 के अनुमोदित करती है। इनका उद्देश्य द्रवीकृत पेट्रोलियम गैस एलपीजी, प्रोपेन और ब्यूटेन पर आयात शुल्क में वृद्धि करने के लिए सीमा शुल्क टैरिफ अधिनियम की प्रथम अनुसूची में संशोधन करना है।
Resolution moved. Any member desiring to speak may do it after Minister's reply. Honorable Minister. Reply. I shall now put the statutory resolution moved by the Minister to vote. The question is, those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal to move for leave to introduce Advocate Amendment Bill 2023.
Honorable Chairman Sir, with your permission, I move for the leave to introduce a bill further to amend the Advocate Act 1961.
The question is that leave be granted to introduce the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal.
Sir, I introduce the bill. Thank you.
Shri Anurag Singh Thakur to move for leave to introduce the press and registration of periodicals bill 2020.
Honorable Chairman Sir, with your permission, I rise to move for leave to introduce a bill, the Press and the Registration of Periodicals Bill 2023, to provide for press registration of periodicals and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto.
The question is that leave be granted to introduce the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Anurag Singh Thakur.
I introduce the bill, sir.
Shri B.L. Verma to move a motion for consideration of the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2023.
आदरणीय सभापति महोदय, सहकारिता मंत्रालय के गठन के बाद पहली बार मुझे ये बिल लोकतंत्र के सर्वोच्च मंत्र के समक्ष रखना सौभाग्य की बात है। आदरणीय सभापति महोदय, देश जब आज अमृत महोत्सव आजादी का मना रहा है, आने वाले 25 साल देश को समृद्ध और आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का है। ऐसे में आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भारत सरकार में पहली बार मंत्रालय की आवश्यकता को देखते हुए मंत्रालय बनाने का निर्णय लिया और सहकारिता मंत्रालय ऐसे हाथों में देने का काम किया जो बड़े और कड़े निर्णय लेने के लिए जाने जाते हैं। आदरणीय सहकारिता मंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जिस तरह से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी का सहकार से समृद्धि का विजन, उसको पूरा करने के लिए लगातार मंत्रालय हमारा काम कर रहा है। हम सब जानते हैं कि देश के स्वास्थ्य को सहकारिता आंदोलन एकदम अनुकूल करता है। और हमारे मूलभूत चिंतन स्वभाव संस्कार के अनुकूल व्यवस्था है। ये उधारी लिया हुआ विचार व्यवस्था नहीं है। वो सारी व्यवस्थाएं अगर हम लाते हैं तो उसमें विदेशी तत्व है, स्वाभाविक रूप से रेसिस्टेंस सिस्टम रहता है। और हम तो यहाँ पर सांसद बहुत सारे हमारे ग्रामीण क्षेत्र से आते हैं, और जैसा कि हम जब कृषि का काम करते हैं तो खेती के काम में बुआई का समय आता है, कटाई का समय आता है, उस समय हम श्रम शक्ति को बढ़ाने के लिए आपस में मिलजुल कर इसे हम काम करते हैं। सम्मानित सभापति महोदय, ये मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी संशोधन विधेयक 2022 की आवश्यकता क्यों पड़ी, इसके लिए मैं आपके समक्ष में रखना चाहता हूं कि हमने इस विधेयक को लाने के लिए विस्तार से लोगों से परामर्श किया। प्रस्तावित संशोधन पर मंत्रालय में हुए गहन विचार विमर्श और केंद्रीय मंत्रालयों और राष्ट्रीय सहकारी समितियों के साथ परामर्श किया। लगभग 28 केंद्रीय मंत्रालयों, विभागों, 13 राष्ट्रीय सहकारी समितियों से सुझाव प्राप्त हुए, जिन्हें विचार करके उपयुक्त तरीके से शामिल करने का काम किया है। इस बिल को हमने इंट्रोड्यूस करने के बाद ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी को भी भेजा। ज्वाइंट कमेटी की 8 बैठकें हुई, जिनमें से विधेयक प्रस्तावित संशोधनों के संदर्भ में मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि सभी से हमने परामर्श लेने के बाद और उसमें कहीं कोई किसी का संशोधन नहीं हुआ, और हमारे लिए ये बिल आज लाने के लिए मुझे हर्ष का विषय है। और मैं कह सकता हूं कि इसमें इस प्रकार के प्रावधान इसमें रखे गए हैं जो हमारे शासन को, सहकारिता के शासन को मजबूती मिलेगी, इसमें पारदर्शिता बढ़ेगी, जवाबदेही इसके लाने से बढ़ेगी, निर्वाचन प्रक्रिया में सुधार लाने का काम होगा, 97 संविधान संशोधन के प्रावधानों के अनुसार संशोधन करने का काम भी होगा। और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, इस मल्टी स्टेट बड़े बिल में मैं कह सकता हूं कि जो पहले अनियमितताएं आती थी उनको भी हम दूर करने का काम करेंगे। ये अनियमितताएं इस प्रकार की थी, इसमें वित्तीय गबन के मामले आते थे, चुनाव कराने में विलंब होता था, विवाद के मामले आते थे, ऑडिटर्स का पक्षपातपूर्ण चयन होता था, भर्तियों में पक्षपात होता था, सदस्यों के सक्रिय प्रतिभागिता की कमी होती थी। आज जैसी शिकायतों के कारण से हमको इस बिल लाने की आवश्यकता पड़ी। तब माननीय सभापति महोदय, मैं कहना चाहता हूं अंत में कि इस ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी ने इस बिल के सभी प्रस्तावित प्रावधानों को बिना किसी अमेंडमेंट के स्वीकार भी किया है, और इस प्रक्रिया को जारी रखते हुए आज हम बिल लेकर आए हैं। और आज मैं प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि बहुराज्य सहकारी सोसाइटी अधिनियम 2002 का और संशोधन करने वाले विधेयक पर लोकसभा द्वारा पारित रूप में विचार किया जाए।
Motion moved. There is one amendment by Dr. John Vikas for reference of the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha. Member may move the amendment at this stage without any speech.
Sir, I move, sir.
The motion for consideration of the bill and the amendment moved thereto are now open for discussion. I now call upon the members whose names have been received for participation in the discussion. Shri Niranjan Bishi. Mr. Derek O'Brien.
Thank you.
One second. Take it.
Thank you.
Let
Sir.
everyone be on the seat. One second.
Yes. Sir, while, yes. While I am very keen to invoke former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
What is your point of order?
260.
Mr. Derek?
Professor Prime Minister Vajpayee, on what he said, I will not speak today till you allow the leader of the opposition to speak. He has to be given a chance to speak. Why is it the leader of the opposition speaking? I will not speak. Let him speak first.
Honorable members?
No, sir. He has been waiting for 2 hours,
It is
sir.
most unfortunate,
Sir?
unparliamentary,
No. This is
debating
Part 11.9b. Sir, cooperative banks are financial entities established on a cooperative basis and belonging to their members. This means that the customer of a cooperative bank are also its owner. These banks provide a wide range of regular banking and financial service. Cooperative are organizations formed at the grassroots level by farmers to ensure the power of collective bargaining towards a common goal. The aim of cooperative movement was to help farmers overcome the burden of debt and help them to sell their product easily to get maximum profit. In banking and finance, cooperative institutions are spread across rural and urban areas. Village level packs formed by farmers associations are the best example of grassroots level credit flow. These societies anticipate the credit demand of a village and make the demand to the DCCB. Their packs are a collective bargaining of farmers. They have much more bargaining power than an individual farmers. It established the right to farm of cooperative society as a fundamental right. It included a new directive principle of state policy on the promotion of cooperative society. It added a new part IXB to the constitution titled the Cooperative Societies. It authorized the parliament to establish relevant laws in case of multi-state cooperative societies and state legislature in the case of other cooperative societies. The Principal Act provides that an application for registration of multi-state cooperative society and its bylaws shall be disposed of by the central registrar within a period of 4 months. But the Amendment Act proposes to reduce this period of 3 months. Section 41 of the Principal Act stipulates that every multi-state cooperative society shall have a board of directors comprising maximum 21 directors, 2 co-op directors and functional directors in the National Cooperative Society. But the amendment provides that out of 21 directors, 1 member shall be scheduled caste or scheduled tribes and 2 shall be women. The 2 co-op members shall have experience in the field of banking, management, cooperative, management and finance or specialization in any other field relating to the object and activities undertaken by such multi-state cooperative society. They shall not have the right to vote in any election of the office bearer or be eligible to be elected as office bearer of the board. The bill also excludes such directors of the multi-state cooperative society from being present in the discussion or voting any contract in which they may have direct or indirect interest. The Amendment Act now seeks to substitute this provision and establish the Cooperative Election Authority comprising of a chairman, vice chairman and maximum 3 members appointed by the central government to bring electoral reform in cooperative sector. Section 45A to 45L deal with the appointment, power, function, removal, resignation, vacancy, etc. in the authority. The Amendment Act seeks to insert a new section 63A relating to establishment of the Cooperative Rehabilitation, Reconstruction and Development Fund for revival of sick multi-state cooperative society. It provides that multi-state cooperative society which are in profit for the preceding 3 financial years shall annually credit 1 crore rupees or 1% of their net profit, whichever is less, to such fund. Center will constitute a committee to administer this fund.
Honorable members, take your seat. Honorable members, undoubtedly, leader of the opposition has a very significant position. Over the last 8 days, it has been a scenario that whenever sensing mood of the House, that leader of the opposition must hold the floor, and I allowed him to avail that opportunity. Every time I have verified from the record, it is the same refrain. Now who said don't tell lie? I don't appreciate it. That is not the approach. That is not the approach. The honorable member should be careful about the words he uses. So I have discussed, one second, I have discussed with the honorable LOP, with the floor leaders, with leader of the house, extensively. I find this platform, which is required to be utilized for listed business, is sought to be transgressed. Imagine my plight, a decision which I have taken. Every day, the same issue being reiterated. There was an occasion, honorable members. I had indicated to all the leaders, I will have discussion on Manipur beyond 2.5 hours till midnight. You did not avail the opportunity. If I give the floor, same thing will happen. In the process, I will not be able to transact the listed business. Mr. Gupta ji, you can keep your phone down. No, but don't put it like this, you see. The minimum decorum we owe to this house is to handle our phone in a dignified manner. I'm already seized of a matter which is embarrassing to all of us. So we never know. Instruments are instruments at the end of the day. I have avoided a very serious inquiry that could go outside this house, because I'm extremely alive and sensitive to our own dignity. We have to deal with it as in-house mechanism. Personally, let me tell you, I have highest regard for LOP. There are not many people in the country who can match his exposure. But I have great pain when I say, every time the honorable, and one thing, may I appeal to the honorable members, leader of the opposition does not need anyone else to indicate to me that he needs to occupy. He does not. Yes. The honorable member may resume his address.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. The Multi-State Cooperative Society Bill proposes a new Section 70A relating to concurrent audit for multi-state cooperative society having an annual turnover or deposit of more than an amount as determined by the central government. The amendment also seeks to insert a new chapter.
Honorable member, you'll resume later on.
Sir,
Sir, before
I
you
am
say-
thankful to you.
Sir,
At least you allowed me to speak.
Sir, one second. Before you speak, sir, 1 second. May I plead with you, sir, that every time I have acceded to your request, your input has been the same.
No. I have given nearly 9 points why this discussion should take place.
Yes.
Why Prime Minister should come here. I have stated everything.
Sir,
I have
in the
stated
process,
this,
nothing will
No,
go on record.
and
In the
also-
process, sir, in the process, my considered decision, which I have given to the House, is being ignored. This is nothing but a method to challenge my decision. Sorry, I can't. Please go ahead. Honorable member.
Thank you, sir. The amendment also seeks to insert a new chapter 9A relating to redressal of complaints. It makes provision for appointment of one or more cooperative ombudsmen by the center for inquiring into the complaints made by the members. It also proposes to enhance monetary penalties for multi-state cooperative societies for contravention of the provision of the Act and the rules made thereunder. Article 243ZH and Article 243ZI in Part 9B of the Constitution distinguish between cooperative society of the state and multi-state cooperative society, which is governed by Union of India. No provision of the Constitution makes for merging a cooperative society which is incorporated under state law with a multi-state cooperative society. However, through clause 6 of the bill, the center is indirectly encroaching into right of state cooperative society. Clause 6 by allowing any cooperative society to merge into an existing multi-state cooperative society. This is beyond legislation competence of union as state cooperative society are within exclusive jurisdiction of state. Clause 13 prohibits redemption of shares of multi-state cooperative societies without center's approval. This strike at heart of principle autonomous functioning of cooperative society, which the 97 constitutional amendment sought to introduce. Clause 17 devote the object of parent act by appointing central election authority to be appointed by the central government. Clause 24 seeks to create a fund putting an additional burden on cooperative society and it affect their autonomous functioning. Sir, clause 45 makes provision for overriding board of directors and appointing an administrator who may not be a member of the society and thus contravenes 97 Constitutional Amendment Act. Sir, there are certain technical issues in the bill.
Honorable member, continue.
Sir, thank you, sir. There are certain technical issues in the bill and it is against the spirit of the definition of cooperative society as enshrined in the constitution and will strike at the heart of the autonomy of cooperative society. Sir, the bill seeks to take away the rights of the state government and is against the federal structure of the country. The amendment bill must address all concerns before it can be passed as a law. With this, I, along with my party Biju Janata Dal and my leader, Sri Naveen Patnaik ji, our popular Chief Minister, we support the bill and thank you, sir.
No, no. Sir, frankly, sir, I appreciate your meditation. I was just making you aware of surroundings all around.
Listen to our appeals.
Nothing
What
will
do we do? Mediation, the only falling back is meditation.
Sir, the point is that though you had a good solution, none followed you. They could have got into the meditation forum. They did not follow you, sir. I thought for the good relationship we enjoy all throughout for decades, let me remind you the surroundings of
To us. Will you listen to us?
honorable
Not
members.
listen to us.
Honorable members. Such an important bill that brings to the fore concern of SC and ST. It was a historic constitutional amendment that cooperatives were elevated to constitutional level and a new ministry had been formed. Cooperatives are game changer. They help the small worker, artisan, farmer to get together and have rich dividends. On such an important issue, primarily the focus was on SC and ST concern also. Such kind of walkout is not appreciated. Further, I realize the importance of leader of the opposition. But honorable members will kindly note and go to the record. Right from 20th of July till date, every time I have given an opportunity to the leader of the opposition to make his contribution, the contribution has been tangential. The contribution has been, in a sense, challenge to my decision. I have suffered this pain that a decision which I have taken consciously is sought to be challenged by them by having numbers for the same issue. The minimum respect we can show by sense of propriety and decorum is to believe in the decision of the chair. And honorable members, let me indicate to all of you, I have spared no effort to interact with the leaders individually and collectively. I have indicated to them on a number of occasions their demand that the Honorable Prime Minister be here does not have any constitutional premise. I indicated to the honorable members, the floor leaders, that a distinguished member of parliament, Sitaram Yechuri, he raised the issue in 2014. He raised the issue in categorical terms. And there was a directive of the chair, a decision of the chair. And the determination that emanated from the chair was, this cannot be done. If you examine, honorable members, the constitutional prescriptions, you all have taken along with me the oath to abide by constitution. There is principle of collective responsibility. In that premise, to make an endeavor of this nature at the cost of public interest, just to score brownie point. And I have some of the members, I particularly refer to Mr. Derek O'Brien. He availed the opportunity to raise a point of order. And his point of order was, give leader of opposition an opportunity to be heard. In the process, he has insulted two institutions. One, institution of leader of opposition. In his wisdom, he thinks on his own leader of opposition is not competent. In his wisdom, he thinks leader of the opposition does not have that power, authority, or personage to attract my attention. And secondly, in the process, he has done another unwholesome activity. He is trying to broker between me and leader of opposition that I should give him the floor. I have repeatedly told honorable members this side, please do not come between me and another member. Every member of this house is important, holds a position in his own right. He has the same vote as anyone else has. I would again appeal to all of you. Please get in touch with your friends. Try to introspect, like it or not, to the outside world. We have become absolutely irrelevant. Are we to be part of this august house and ensure that it gets into the domain of irrelevance? If we don't debate, if we don't discuss, we don't deliberate, trust me, things will be debated elsewhere. Manipur is a case in point. I took no time in exceeding my consent to the notice under 176 on Manipur issues. Leader of the house immediately said, we agree for a discussion. I fixed date, I fixed time, I got issued a supplementary list of business. I indicated to the leaders in my meeting that 2.5 hours is a limitation which I would relax. And I will not have an upper limit of time. We will discuss and deliberate Manipur for as much time as the honorable members want. That opportunity was not availed. It defies common sense, logic, rational. We want to do it under 267. In the process, they want me to revisit my decision, which I had declined on a number of occasions. So honorable members will continue with legislative business, but do please use your good offices. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to anyone who cares for Indian democracy. And let us have an ecosystem whereby everyone can make contribution. I am pained and surprised every morning when members who occupy public space make no substantive contribution here. I have pointedly indicated to Mr. Derek O'Brien today. Would he indicate the substantive contribution made in the House? We have legal luminaries, we have stalwarts, we have people with great exposure and experience. They don't avail. It was absolutely sickening for me to notice that you raise concerns of the people by way of questions. You are lucky to have your question in the ballot as a start question. And you are not present to discharge your minimum duty to the people. You are failing to discharge minimum courtesy to parliamentary democracy to at least ask the question. I do hope all of you will take it as a mission. Reach out to opinion makers, influencers, so that we as a body act in a manner exemplifying our actions which are worth emulation by others. Next speaker, Sri S. Niranjan Reddy. Time is 8 minutes.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. I thought I'll get to speak. Yes. Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, I rise to support the bill because this is in continuation of a constitutional amendment that was made in 2012 by the 97th Amendment. So most of the provisions, sir, are bringing this cooperative, multi-state cooperative societies act in tune with the constitutional requirements that require the governance of cooperative societies. So the 97th Amendment of the Constitution makes provisions in respect of cooperative societies. Now these cooperative societies would have to be governed in terms of the constitutional requirements. So for multi-state cooperative societies earlier, there was a lacuna because this could not be provided for in the way the Constitution wanted the composition to be. Sir, there was a concern expressed by quite a few members that possibly this multi-state cooperative society encroaches into the area of the state government. Sir, I may want to differ with certain concerns expressed by my preceding speaker, Sri Niranjan ji, because I was a part of the joint parliamentary committee. Even in the committee that I had spoken, I had explained that the Constitution makes a clear distinction between cooperative societies that have their objects in one state. Then the state would have the complete authority to deal with such cooperative societies by making a law, because it is a state subject. But the Constitution itself specifies that any corporation, which Supreme Court has now clarified will also include a cooperative society, if it has objects in more than one state or has operation in more than one state, then it is the central government alone that needs to make a law. So while I am someone who is a strong votary of the state rights ordinarily, I find, sir, that this particular amendment does not breach the constitutional requirement of not encroaching into a state power. But having said that, in fact, sir, this bill also takes care to say that if there is a cooperative society registered under a state law, which is going to be merging with a multi-state cooperative society, the merger of the state cooperative society would be done in accordance with the state law only. So I may want to just allay some apprehensions of some of the members that this possibly may encroach into the state's domain. Sir, then the third point that I wanted to highlight is the reason my party and I rise to support the bill is because this is encouraging the framework of multi-state cooperative society, and it also provides, sir, for, as the Honorable Chairman, sir, had mentioned, for the composition now to include members of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, because the Constitution by an amendment said you must have a cooperative society which should mandatorily have people from the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe. The amendment now, sir, brings in that feature making it mandatory that in any multi-state cooperative society, the composition must be in terms of what the constitution provides. Sir, the amendments also provide for better administration of cooperative societies because it provides for a concurrent audit, which means, sir, that earlier we have seen cases where multi-state cooperative societies were giving a self-serving audit, which was keeping things in the dark, eventually led to certain collapse of some multi-state cooperative societies, including certain banks, which has resulted in great magnitude of loss to investors. Sir, now this society's law specifically provides that there would be a separate concurrent audit that must be mandatorily done. It provides, sir, for a cooperative ombudsman who would be able to take care of complaints that are made in respect of every cooperative society. So the last of the features that I just wanted to quickly touch upon as to why we support the bill is it also provides that in terms of the Information Act, a cooperative information officer would be appointed who would ensure a free flow of information, sir, from the cooperative society and with regard to the affairs of the cooperative, multi-state cooperative society to whoever is seeking information. This will ensure greater transparency. Sir, in all, the bill provides for greater accountability, provides for greater transparency, makes it sync and align with the constitutional requirements. And I would think, sir, that this bill is actually being made maybe after 11 years to bring the multi-state cooperative societies in line with the constitutional requirements. So I therefore support the bill, and I thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Yes, Niranjan Reddy ji. Dr. Anil Sukhdev Rao Bonde. Dr. Anil Sukhdev Rao Bonde. Please.
धन्यवाद उपसभापति महोदय। भारत सरकार ने आज लोकसभा में पारित मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज अमेंडमेंट बिल यह लाया है, उसके समर्थन में मैं खड़ा हूं। सर, सहकार यह भारत की आत्मा थी, यानी ग्रामीण इलाकों में तो पानी की व्यवस्था करने के लिए भी सहकार ये निर्माण किया जाता था और बहुत सारे जो ग्रामीण किसान रहते थे उस सहकारिता के माध्यम से खुद के खेत को पानी देना या खेती करना करते थे। 115 साल से यह सहकारिता की अभी हिस्ट्री जो है उसमें सहकारिता का रजिस्ट्रेशन हुआ है और इस वक्त यह सहकार से समृद्धि यह नारा हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र जी मोदी जी ने दिया है और हमारे सहकार मंत्री अमित जी शाह सहकार से समृद्धि लाने के लिए अमृत काल में रहे। यह बिल मैं समझता हूं उसमें डाला हुआ एक सक्सेसफुल कदम है। यह सहकार से समृद्धि उसी वक्त हो सकती है अमृत काल में जब ग्रामीण इलाकों का गरीब किसान, मजदूर, पशुपालक, फिशरमैन यह सब सहकार की व्याप्ति में आ सकते हैं। आदिवासी समुदाय रहे, अनुसूचित जाति का समुदाय रहे या महिलाएं रहे, वह जो काम करती है वह भी सहकार के कक्ष में आए, यानी सहकार में आने वाले लोगों की व्याप्ति बढ़े, वह सर्वव्याप्ति बने, सर्वस्पर्शी बने। उसके लिए सहकार में सुधारना करना बहुत जरूरी था। हमारे यहाँ तो सहकार की इतनी खराब कंडीशन थी कि सहकारी संस्थाएं तो हमारे यहाँ 1.5 लाख से ज्यादा है जो ग्रामीण इलाकों में, लेकिन केंद्रीय स्तर तक सहकारिता मंत्रालय नहीं था। मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र जी मोदी का अभिनंदन करता हूं कि उन्होंने सहकारिता मंत्रालय बनाया और सहकारिता मंत्रालय के मंत्री अमित शाह जी के रूप में जो गुजरात से जैसे सहकार के स्टेट से आते हैं, सहकार में पले हैं, बड़े हैं, उनको उसका नेतृत्व दिया और उन्होंने जो सबसे अच्छा काम किया कि 1,48,000 जो सहकारी संस्थाएं है उसका डाटा कलेक्शन का काम किया और उसके लिए जितना पैसा लगे, अभी आज की कंडीशन ऐसी है कि 90% सहकारी सोसाइटी उसमें पैक्स है, वो सभी सहकारी सोसाइटी का डाटा कलेक्शन हुआ है। लेकिन हमारे भारत में मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव यह एक बड़ी संज्ञा है। आज इफको या अमूल अमूल के माध्यम से महिलाओं को रोजगार मिलता है, अमूल के माध्यम से किसानों को रोजगार मिलता है। एक आध बार एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशन खराब भी हुई तो उसके घर में पैसा जाता है। इफ्को के माध्यम से तो आज हम देख रहे हैं कि जो बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां किसानी में, खादों में जो रिसर्च नहीं कर सकी थी वह इफ्को ने करके बताई है। आज नैनो यूरिया रहे या डीएपी रहे, वो नैनो पार्टिकल के द्वारा छिड़कने का काम जो किसानों को उसका वरदान मिला है वो इफ्को के द्वारा किया है। इसलिए मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव जो है वह निरंतर एक रेगुलेशन के अंदर आना चाहिए, क्योंकि बिना सहकार नहीं है उद्धार, लेकिन सहकार से स्वाहाकार भी बड़ा बढ़ता है। क्योंकि बहुत सारे बार तो देखा गया है कि सहकार कुछ फैमिलीज के लिए रिलेटेड हो जाती है, कुछ फैमिलीज का वो संपत्ति का स्रोत बनती है। और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी चाहते हैं कि सभी लोगों का उसमें इंक्लूजन हो, इसलिए यह सहकार का क्षेत्र है, चाहे वो मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव रहे, विलेज के कोऑपरेटिव रहे, वह एक रेगुलेशन में आना बहुत जरूरी है। माननीय उपसभापति महोदय, ऐसी कंडीशन हो गई थी कि बहुत सारे मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी में इलेक्शन ही नहीं लगता था और बिना इलेक्शन सालों साल वो चला रहे थे और उसमें रिप्रेजेंटेशन गरीब आदमी का, किसानों का या महिलाओं का या अनुसूचित जाति का नहीं था। और यह बिल में एक 5 तंत्र जो दिए है, एक तो बोर्ड मेंबर का इलेक्शन कैसा हो, दूसरा कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी का एमलगेमेशन कैसा हो, तीसरा सिख कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी रहे तो उसका फंडिंग कैसा किया जाना चाहिए, उसका रिवाइवल कैसा किया जाना चाहिए, चौथा गवर्नमेंट का शेयर होल्डिंग जब रहता है, कभी कभी कुछ मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी उसका यूटिलाइजेशन गलत तरीके से भी कर सकती है, तो उसमें रेस्ट्रिक्शन कैसा रहना चाहिए। और कंप्लेंट्स कोई भी करे, जो भी सदस्य है, जो भी शेयर होल्डर है, उसका रिड्रेसल, उसके बारे में न्याय मांगने की प्रक्रिया वह भी वो शेयर होल्डर को मिलनी चाहिए। यह 5 चीजें यह बिल में दी गई है जो पहले कभी नहीं थी। इसलिए यह अमेंडमेंट इतना महत्वपूर्ण है कि बोर्ड मेंबर का इलेक्शन करने के लिए वह सोसाइटी, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी अपना ही इलेक्शन होल्डिंग कमेटी बनाती थी और खुद की इलेक्शन होल्डिंग कमेटी, तो कैसे उसमें ट्रांसपेरेंसी आए। इसलिए यह इस एक्ट में कोऑपरेटिव इलेक्शन अथॉरिटी निर्माण करने का प्रावधान किया है। यह कोऑपरेटिव इलेक्शन अथॉरिटी यह इलेक्शन कंडक्ट करेगी, यह इलेक्शन सुपरवाइज करेगी, डायरेक्ट करेगी और इलेक्टोरल रोल यानी कौन मतदार है उसमें सबसे ज्यादा गड़बड़ी होती है, तो कौन मतदार है वो मतदारों की सूची निर्माण करने का भी काम करेंगे। यानी इलेक्शन लेने का पूरा जिम्मा यह केंद्र सरकार से निर्माण किए गए कोऑपरेटिव इलेक्शन अथॉरिटी के माध्यम से होगा। यानी बोर्ड बनाते वक्त भी पारदर्शिता अच्छी तरह से आ सकेगी। इस बोर्ड में महिलाओं के लिए भी 2 सीट आरक्षित किए तथा अनुसूचित जाति और अनुसूचित जनजाति के लिए 1 सीट आरक्षित किए। बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि बोर्ड बनने के लिए सदस्य अयोग्य रहता है, कोई दिवालिया कंपनी का निदेशक रहता है, लेकिन उसको भी वहां पे बोर्ड का सदस्य बनने के लिए दबाव के कारण, विभिन्न दबाव के कारण वह फॉर्म भरता है। इसलिए रेगुलेशन में कौन अयोग्य है, किसके ऊपर भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप है, यानी ऐसा अयोग्य सदस्य रहा तो 1 साल के लिए नहीं तो 3 साल के लिए अयोग्य करने का प्रावधान भी इसमें किया गया है। विशेषज्ञ जो रहते हैं वो चाहे चुन के आओ ना आओ, लेकिन 2 लोगों को कोऑप्ट करने का भी प्रावधान इस संरचना में किया गया है। उसके वजह से कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी को कोई टेक्निकल नॉलेज देना हो, कोई अकाउंटिंग का नॉलेज देना हो, कोई आईटी सेक्टर का नॉलेज देना हो, कोई एडवर्टाइजिंग सेक्टर का नॉलेज देना हो या व्यापारी का नॉलेज देना हो, तो वह सब नॉलेज इस कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर में कोऑप मेंबर के माध्यम से किया जा सकता है। दूसरी बात ऐसी है कि बहुत सारे चेयरमैन ऐसे रहते हैं कि वो कभी बैठक ही लेते नहीं। हाँ, प्रावधान है कि साल में एक जनरल बॉडी मीटिंग होनी चाहिए, लेकिन वो उसको भी मानने को तैयार नहीं रहते। तो मिनिमम 50% सदस्यों ने मांग की तो सीईओ द्वारा भी बैठक कराई जा सकती है, और उसके वजह से एक रेगुलेशन फॉर द बोर्ड एक्टिविटी यह भी इस बिल के माध्यम से लाया गया है। एक सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत ऐसी होती है कि कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी जब सिक हो जाती है तो उसको बचाने वाला कोई नहीं रहता, और उसको बचाने के लिए प्रावधान इसमें दिए गए कि नॉन वोटिंग शेयर्स भी यह कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी निकाल सकती है। ये नॉन वोटिंग शेयर्स के माध्यम से यानी एक लेंडिंग जैसा प्रकार है कि इसके माध्यम से वो सोसाइटी के ऊपर पैसे देने वाला कैप्चर तो नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन सोसाइटी का कैपिटल डेफिनेटली बढ़ा सकता है। दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट बात ऐसी है कि जो फाइनेंशियली स्टेबल सोसाइटीज है, वह सोसाइटीज के मुनाफे से 1% या तो 1 करोड़ मिनिमम ऑफ दैट उसका एक फंड बना के, पूरे नेशनल लेवल पे फंड बना के, वह फंड में से जो 6 सोसाइटी है उसको हेल्प करने का भी प्रावधान किया गया है। यानी जो भी कमजोर मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव होगी, जो भी सिक कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी होगी, वह सिक कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी को बचाने का, रिवाइवल करने का प्रावधान पहली बार यह बिल में किया गया है। गवर्नमेंट शेयर होल्डिंग का रिडिम्टेशन करना यह भी बड़ा मुद्दा था। जब गवर्नमेंट खुद के शेयर उसमें डालते हैं तो गवर्नमेंट के शेयर जो कैपिटल में है उसको ट्रांसफर करना, उसको रिडीम करना, और उसकी परमिशन गवर्नमेंट की लेनी चाहिए कि कौन से प्रकार से वो उसका उपयोग करने वाले हैं, वह भी इसमें किया है। और सबसे आखिरी में रिड्रेसल ऑफ द कंप्लेंट्स, क्योंकि जो भी हर एक सदस्य रहता था उसके ऊपर अन्याय हुआ तो किसी के पास जाना, उसका प्रावधान अभी तक नहीं था, और यह प्रावधान एक ओम्बड्समैन निर्माण करके और उसके अंदर पूरी यंत्रणा करके यह बिल में किया गया है। इसलिए कोई भी जो भी वंचित रहे, जिसके ऊपर अन्याय हो, उसको न्याय दिलाने की यंत्रणा यह बिल में दी गई है। इसलिए सहकार के क्षेत्र में सहकार स्वाहाकार न हो, सहकार से उद्धार हो, सहकार से समृद्धि हो, इसके लिए लाया गया ये बिल है। सभी लोग इसका स्वागत करेंगे। ग्रामीण इलाकों में इसका ज्यादा स्वागत होगा, सभी स्टेट में स्वागत होगा, इसलिए मैं समर्थन करता हूं, सरकार का अभिनंदन करता हूं।
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर अनिल बोंडे जी। ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर एम थम्बी दुरई, प्लीज।
Sir, thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Successfully done. Previous, that our ADMK party, headed by Edapadi Palaniswamy, he was the chief minister for 4 years. At that time, he conducted the elections for the Cooperative Society in Tamil Nadu. For 5, that term is for 5 years. His good intention, properly democratic way, the election conducted by our government in Tamil Nadu. Edapadi Palaniswamy did a good thing. But the present government, in order to nullify this kind of election, which successfully done democratically, they brought a bill in the assembly making 3 years tenure. But it is not, luckily, our governor has not given the consent. But the intention of the present ruling party of Tamil Nadu is not good, because when the people are elected like that, society, that cannot be disturbed there, because this is a split. Because now the government is central government bringing such kind of
You are a
bill.
very senior
It's a
member.
no,
speak
good.
of this,
I
not on the
only
state
to,
politics.
I'm not
Please.
because I'm supporting that. I'm not aiming, because I said what is happening in, because we are a regional party, at the same time we have to say something about our state also. We have the federal system, because we are representing states here. Rajya Sabha is a Rajya Sabha. Therefore, I have to mention certain things, what is happening there. Therefore, I am supporting this bill, because I don't want to take much of the time. As you have very special permission, because I attended southern meeting also. But I appreciate our Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, which you have brought this kind of bill. Our ADM party supporting this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. M. Thambidurai ji. I will have a small request. All the time you have meeting at 3, so kindly ask them to change. Please, Honorable Vijay Pal Singh Tomar ji, Honorable
धन्यवाद
Mani Vijay Pal Singh
सभापति
Tomar ji.
धन्यवाद सभापति महोदय। मैं बहुराज्य सहकारी समिति संसद